James, third Dan black belt in Taekwondo and Hapkido, and welcome to Power Breaking for black belts in Taekwondo. In this episode on mental discipline, I want to bring you insights on 3 different aspects of how your mind plays a role as you do power breaking. Let's face it, power breaking is intimidating. The idea that a stack of 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 boards and that you're going to smash your hand through it, or for the people who are like teenagers and adults that you're going to be given a slab of concrete. And really, you're going to go and smash your hand through that. Even when you get it, when you can understand the idea, it's still intimidating. To help you prepare, there's 3 areas where I see there's an opportunity for you to get your mind ready, not just your hand and not just your body, but to get your mind ready for what is probably mentally one of the tougher things you're going to do in Taekwondo. Those 3 things are, number 1, meditation. We do a little bit of it out here in class. We're talking about taking your meditation to another level. Number 2, that builds off of meditation, is your ability to do mental rehearsal. Seeing yourself precisely executing on your test day, the whole process, and what it takes to do that well so that it helps reinforce new neural pathways so that when you go to do it for the first time, it's like you've done it before. And then thirdly, we're going to talk about developing the skill of focus. Focus is why so many of us came to martial arts. It's really the whole basis of a lot of what we do here. When it comes to your mind and focus, there's specific advice we will offer you, tests and practice to help you prepare for your power break test. So, number 1, the meditation that we do when we come to class is actually going to help you when you go to power break. Meditation teaches you that your mind, which I symbolize with this thing, actually this is what I use in my professional life, your mind, well, you're in control of your mind. Your mind doesn't have you like a puppet on strings. You're in control of your mind. And meditation is how you practice to keep control of your mind. So don't just do meditation a little bit at the beginning and the end of class. Actually practice it at home. When it comes to meditation, there's several kinds. There's the empty mind, which we try to do in class. That's tough. Instead, what I actually encourage you to do is just focus on breathing. And do it for a minute, 2 minutes, and 5. At the Eglinton location, along with everybody at OMAC, you are invited every fall to come and meditate for 8 hours. I personally believe that the people who go and do that have greater success in power breaking and beyond outside of Taekwondo. It's hard. So please, push yourself. Come, join us in that 8-hour meditation. Second, when it comes to building your mental toughness, is learning the skill of mental rehearsal. Think back to the Olympics, and you would see Olympic downhill skiers with their eyes closed and their bodies moving. And what they're doing is it's like they're watching a video of themselves going through the race course. Formula One race car drivers do it. You see it in downhill racers. It's done actually throughout all sports. There's scientific research to back up the power of mental rehearsal. For you, The opportunity to improve your power break is to begin visualizing yourself doing the power break. And this is the entire thing. I'm not just talking the moment when you break the concrete. That won't do. You need to be able to see yourself walk up to your braking station, to have to kneel and wait for your turn, to see yourself stand and get set, to see yourself do your preparation, landmarking, we call it in the execution video, and then to actually go on and see yourself almost in ultra slow-mo, to go up and you are performing it with perfect mechanics. And you can see yourself in ultra slow-mo, you can see yourself in regular speed, and you see yourself succeeding every time. And you don't do it once, you don't do it 10 times. On my path to my next break, I will probably practice this 1,000 times before I ever hit the 4 concrete blocks that are waiting for me. What this does actually, and my undergraduate degree is in neuroscience, what this actually does when you practice mental rehearsal is you're actually building up in your mind the connections so that this becomes familiar, not unique or strange. That's important. Think about golfers, hockey players, skiers, anybody who does something really technical, badminton, ping pong, even video games. When you've done it once, you're usually not very good at it. If you've done it 20, 50, or 100 times, you get better. If you've done it 1,000 or 2,000 times, you're more likely to be a lot more masterful. Well, we don't ask you to do power breaking every class. We ask you to do it at every dan of your black belt. So you need to practice here. Mental rehearsal is one of the biggest differentiators between people who are very good and people who are excellent. They do it all the time. Third on our list is the idea of focus, building focus. Your ability to be able to look at one thing, focus on one thing, and stay with that thing is critical, because on your test day, there's going to be dozens and hundreds of people, noise, yelling, other people succeeding or failing at their break. And all of that is an opportunity for you to be distracted. Have you ever walked down the street and seen somebody walking a dog, and all of a sudden that dog sees a squirrel? What happens? Whoa! The dog goes after the squirrel, and there's the owner behind it trying to catch it. You don't want your mind on your test day to be that dog chasing a squirrel. You want to be the person holding the leash saying, no, sit, stay. And for you, especially when it's crazy busy, the hardest thing to do on your test day is to stay focused. It's exciting, it's wonderful, it's a celebration. And if you're not focused, you're going to find yourself standing in front of your stack of stuff to break and all of a sudden going, oh no, And this is not the reaction you want to have after all your preparation. So how do you practice focus? It's a thing you need to do every day. If you're in school, when you're at work, when your phone is tempting you to pick it up while you're driving or walking, every one of those little instances is an opportunity to make a choice. And that's what focus is. Focus is learning to make a choice and staying true to the choice, and not letting your mind go, whoa, and chase a squirrel. Focus is why most parents bring their kids to Taekwondo. Focus is what most adults want to get more of when they come to Taekwondo. It's the mental discipline part of this martial art that attracts us. So, how do you practice focus? Every single opportunity you get. Learn to stay on topic in a conversation. Learn to finish what you start. That's what the Grandmaster has in our Children's 5 Commandments. Finish what you start. Focus is what makes a black belt different from most other people, because we have learned to discipline ourselves. Eyes open.